Hi, I am Melissa, welcome to channel.
Me too, Olga, welcome to channel.
Today we will learn about the introduction of Adolf Hitler into politics and early adulthood in Vienna and Munich.
After World War I, Hitler returned to Munich. Without formal education or career prospects, he remained in the army. In July 1919 he was appointed Verbindungsmann, intelligence agent of an Aufklärungskommando reconnaissance unit of the Reichswehr, assigned to influence other soldiers and to infiltrate the German Workers' Party (DAP). At a DAP meeting on the 12th of September 1919, party chairman Anton Drexler was impressed with Hitler's oratorical skills. He gave him a copy of his pamphlet My Political Awakening, which contained anti-Semitic, nationalist, anti-capitalist, and anti-Marxist ideas. On the orders of his army superiors, Hitler applied to join the party, and within a week was accepted as party member 555. The party began counting membership at 500 to give the impression they were a much larger party.
Around this time, Hitler made his earliest known recorded statement about the Jews in a letter, now known as the Gemlich letter, dated the 16th of September 1919 to Adolf Gemlich about the Jewish question. In the letter, Hitler argues that the aim of the government must unshakably be the removal of the Jews altogether.
At the DAP, Hitler met Dietrich Eckart, one of the party's founders and a member of the occult Thule Society. Eckart became Hitler's mentor, exchanging ideas with him and introducing him to a wide range of Munich society. To increase its appeal, the DAP changed its name to the Nationalsozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, National Socialist German Workers' Party, NSDAP. Hitler designed the party's banner of a swastika in a white circle on a red background.
Hitler was discharged from the army on the 31st of March 1920 and began working full-time for the NSDAP. The party headquarters was in Munich, a hotbed of anti-government German nationalists determined to crush Marxism and undermine the Weimar Republic. In February 1921, already highly effective at crowd manipulation, he spoke to a crowd of over 6,000. To publicize the meeting, 2 truckloads of party supporters drove around Munich waving swastika flags and distributing leaflets. Hitler soon gained notoriety for his ratty polemic speeches against the Treaty of Versailles, rival politicians, and especially against Marxists and Jews.
In June 1921, while Hitler and Eckart were on a fundraising trip to Berlin, a mutiny broke out within the NSDAP in Munich. Members of its executive committee wanted to merge with the rival German Socialist Party, DSP. 98, Hitler returned to Munich on the 11th of July and angrily tendered his resignation. The committee members realized that the resignation of their leading public figure and speaker would mean the end of the party. 99, Hitler announced he would rejoin on the condition that he would replace Drexler as party chairman, and that the party headquarters would remain in Munich. The committee agreed, and he rejoined the party on the 26th of July as member 3680. Hitler continued to face some opposition within the NSDAP. Opponents of Hitler in the leadership had Hermann Esser expelled from the party, and they printed 3,000 copies of a pamphlet attacking Hitler as a traitor to the party. In the following days, Hitler spoke to several packed houses and defended himself and Esser, to thunderous applause. His strategy proved successful, and at a special party congress on the 29th of July, he was granted absolute powers as party chairman, replacing Drexler, by a vote of 533 to 1. Hitler's vitriolic beer hall speeches began attracting regular audiences. A demagogue, he became adept at choosing populist themes, including the use of scapegoats, who were blamed for his listeners' economic hardships. Hitler used personal magnetism and an understanding of crowd psychology to his advantage while engaged in public speaking. Historians have noted the hypnotic effect of his rhetoric on large audiences, and of his eyes in small groups. August Budreis recalled the crowd noise and behavior when Hitler appeared in a 1936 parade. Some in the audience writhed and rolled on the ground or experienced fecal incontinence. Alfons Heck, a former member of the Hitler Youth, recalled a similar experience. We erupted into a frenzy of nationalistic pride that bordered on hysteria. For minutes on end, we shouted at the top of our lungs, with tears streaming down our faces, Sieg Heil, Sieg Heil, Sieg Heil. From that moment on, I belonged to Adolf Hitler body and soul.
Early followers included Rudolf Hess, former Air Force ace Hermann Göring, and Army Captain Ernst Röhm. Röhm became head of the Nazist paramilitary organization, the Sturmabteilung SA, stormtroopers, which protected meetings and attacked political opponents. A critical influence on Hitler's thinking during this period was the Aufbauvereinigung, a conspiratorial group of white Russian exiles and early National Socialists. The group, financed with funds channeled from wealthy industrialists, introduced Hitler to the idea of a Jewish conspiracy, linking international finance with Bolshevism.
The program of the NSDAP, known colloquially as the Nazi Party, was laid out in their 25-point program on the 24th of February 1920. This did not represent a coherent ideology, but was a conglomeration of received ideas which had currency in the Völkisch Pan-Germanic movement, such as ultranationalism, opposition to the Treaty of Versailles, distrust of capitalism, as well as some socialist ideas. For Hitler, though, the most important aspect of it was its strong anti-Semitic stance. He also perceived the program as primarily a basis for propaganda and for attracting people to the party.
In 1923, Hitler enlisted the help of World War I General Erich Ludendorff for an attempted coup known as the Beer Hall Putsch. The NSDAP used Italian fascism as a model for their appearance and policies. Hitler wanted to emulate Benito Mussolini's March on Rome of 1922 by staging his own coup in Bavaria, to be followed by a challenge to the government in Berlin. Hitler and Ludendorff sought the support of Staatskommissar, State Commissioner, Gustav Ritter von Kahr, Bavaria's de facto ruler. However, Kahr, along with police chief Hans Ritter von Seisser and Reichswehr General Otto von Lossow, wanted to install a nationalist dictatorship without Hitler.
On the 8th of November 1923, Hitler and the SA stormed a public meeting of 3,000 people organized by Kahr in the Burger Braukeller, a beer hall in Munich. Interrupting Kahr's speech, he announced that the national revolution had begun and declared the formation of a new government with Ludendorff. Retiring to a back room, Hitler, with handgun drawn, demanded and got the support of Kahr, Seisser, and Lossow. Hitler's forces initially succeeded in occupying the local Reichswehr and police headquarters, but Kahr and his cohorts quickly withdrew their support. Neither the army, nor the state police, joined forces with Hitler. The next day, Hitler and his followers marched from the beer hall to the Bavarian War Ministry to overthrow the Bavarian government, but police dispersed them. 16 NSDAP members and 4 police officers were killed in the failed coup.
Hitler fled to the home of Ernst Hanfstaengl and by some accounts contemplated suicide. He was depressed but calm when arrested on the 11th of November 1923 for high treason. His trial before the Special People's Court in Munich began in February 1924, and Alfred Rosenberg became temporary leader of the NSDAP. On the 1st of April, Hitler was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment at Landsberg prison. There, he received friendly treatment from the guards, and was allowed mail from supporters and regular visits by party comrades. Pardoned by the Bavarian Supreme Court, he was released from jail on the 20th of December 1924, against the state prosecutor's objections. Including time on remand, Hitler served just over 1 year in prison.
While at Landsberg, Hitler dictated most of the first volume of Mein Kampf, My Struggle. Originally entitled 4.5 Years of Struggle Against Lies, Stupidity, and Cowardice, at first to his chauffeur, Emil Maurice, and then to his deputy, Rudolf Hess. The book, dedicated to Thule Society member Dietrich Eckart, was an autobiography and exposition of his ideology. The book laid out Hitler's plans for transforming German society into one based on race. Throughout the book, Jews are equated with germs and presented as the international poisoners of society. According to Hitler's ideology, the only solution was their extermination. While Hitler did not describe exactly how this was to be accomplished, his inherent genocidal thrust is undeniable, according to Ian Kershaw.
Published in 2 volumes in 1925 and 1926, Mein Kampf sold 228,000 copies between 1925 and 1932. 1 million copies were sold in 1933, Hitler's first year in office.
Shortly before Hitler was eligible for parole, the Bavarian government attempted to have him deported to Austria. The Austrian Federal Chancellor rejected the request on the specious grounds that his service in the German army made his Austrian citizenship void. In response, Hitler formally renounced his Austrian citizenship on the 7th of April 1925.
See you in the video.
See you.